All right. Gonna start doing these weekly little like recap things from now on, or I'm gonna try to at least. Every weekend, just upload them on YouTube. But yeah, I'm just gonna talk about like how my week went, or like updates on like um, prop prop firms or the account I'm using, or just like what I learned from the past week, and yeah, just a weekly recap basically, and hopefully you guys can learn something from it. But I'm currently in LA right now. Um, my girlfriend had a meeting with someone, so she was coming out here. So I was like, let's just take a little vacation. So yeah, we're out here in this nice hotel. We'll probably get some dinner. I'll probably put like a video of the hotel room, but yeah, that's where I'm at right now. Enjoying myself. You know, sometimes it's good to just like be in a different environment. It really like helps you like refresh your brain. It's very healthy, I think. Especially if you just like if you've been in one location for a long time, it's good to like get like a refresh and like a mental reset. But let's jump right into this week. Make sure my camera's good. All right, starting off with Monday, we had I don't trade Monday AM sessions because I have a poor history with them. That's just me personally. I know some people might trade them and like them, but I personally don't. So I slept through the AM session, got to the PM session. So we'll start with this. Oh yeah, by the way, this is like a Notion template that I use. I don't know where I got it from. I think I got it from Twitter like a year ago. So if you ask me for it, I don't have the link for it, or maybe I can make a copy. I don't know. There's probably some way, but yeah, this is what I used for to journal my trades. It's really handy, really neat. But yeah, Monday, PM session analysis. I was bullish, but I said but lower prices are a possibility after a retracement higher. I wanted to see a retracement higher um, if lower prices were going to occur. So this is what the markets looked like at that moment. The 15-minute of ES at SMT with NQ. See how it took the lower low right here. Oh, that's it. And then the trade I actually took was a win, but it was actually a short. So this was, let's see if I can do this. Hope you guys can see this. This was the trade I took. As you can see, traded the micros. Yeah, I just used this fair value gap. I don't know if you guys can see my cursor, but the highlighted red one, that SIBI, that was formed early on in like around like 140, I want to say. I kind of used the low of that combined with the volume imbalance right here that formed right after 2 o'clock, and there was actually a SIBI right here that could have been your silver bullet, I guess, but I didn't. I wanted to wait until we got more displacement to the downside, so I waited for this drop right here, and then on the retracement I got in, and then yeah, I wrote it down. I took partials at the minor sell side, as you can see from the. I really hope you guys can see my cursor, but the first two blue arrows were my first partial, and then the second two blue arrows was that sell side down here at the bottom at 17,967. So yeah, that's my Monday recap. Pretty good trade. Let me give you the narrative and the framework. So we had the sell side. This was that final TP I had, the 17,967. That's where it was, the low. And then we also had a 15-minute 15-minute BISI right below that. And then so yeah, that's pretty obvious draw on liquidity. But my main focus was the 60-minute BISI, which was that sell side low was actually the high of that BISI. So that's what I was looking at. And that just lined up with everything. It had the 15-minute BISI inside of it along with the sell side at the high of it. So, oh yeah, also ICT happened to take the same trade as me, so it's always something to boast about. But Tuesday, next day, AM session win. I took a win in the AM session, silver bullet. Oh yeah, I took a close proximity entry to this fair value gap. Yeah, not the best price action as you guys can see. Opening range was a little choppy, and I'm not sure how the other indexes looked at the time, but they might have also been pretty crappy. So that's why I was like very hesitant to take this fair value gap entry. But once I seen the bodies respect it, and then we pushed up a little bit, I just got the close proximity entry and wrote it to, I think this was CPI, the CPI fair value gap. I just got out there. But yeah, that's it for Tuesday. Tuesday, nothing spectacular really happened. After that, Wednesday, this is where things start to get good. Wednesday, I took a loss and a win. Okay, I remember this. So if we look at this picture, we can see that I was bearish at first, bearish starting from the opening range because we took out these equal highs, boom, and then displaced lower, and I had a sell side target at 17,730.50, so that's what I was looking for. And then we retraced into this fair value gap, the gray shaded area, and then that's the first fair value gap after open. And then we actually closed above it, which was not ideal for sell side delivery. So then I forgot where my entry was. Let me look. Oh yeah. So I got in on the gray on right here. I hope you guys can see it, but the gray shaded area, that SIBI, that's where I first got in, and then I pyramided in on the second, this big down close candle. That's what on that SIBI formed right there. I got pyramided in there, and then I got stopped out. And then price ended up going for the buy side that was formed at the open. So I took a long from the this small little BISI. It's very small. This one right here, and then pairing that with the, we have the order block, and then we also have the first fair value gap after the 9:30 open, which can influence price throughout the day. So it's very interesting to see how it tapped in there multiple times and then pushed higher. But yeah, I had that loss and then the win, and the win recouped the loss and brought me some profits. So just because you have one losing trade does not mean the end of the world, okay? You can easily get it back, so don't blow your account off of one losing trade. I'm talking to myself because I do that. I don't do that anymore, but past me did that, so people watching might do that. I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to prevent you guys from blowing your accounts because it does not feel good at all. PM session. No, not PM session, sorry. The end of the silver boy hour, I waited for the 10:50 to 11:10 macro, and here we go. We have the gray shaded area, which is still the first fair value gap after open. So my original target 17,730, which you guys saw from the first trade. This sell side target, which I was originally aiming for, that's the same target that was hit on this trade. So what I was waiting for, it was number one, time. You always have to wait for time, which was the macro. So I waited for around 10:40 to 10:45-ish. Waited for some displacement. We got that here. We had that SIBI that I highlighted. And then what I really wanted to see for like the highest probability trade, I wanted to see us get below that first opening fair value gap after 9:30, so that's what I was waiting for. I could have gotten on that Civi, but I just wanted, for me, I wanted to feel more comfortable, so I waited to get I waited for a price to get below that fair value gap. Then once it did, I entered on that that fair value gap, the Civi right there, and rode that down to my original target. And yeah, it happened pretty fast. You know, when you're trades like this where it's like it just hits your entry and then just immediately runs in your direction, those low resistance liquidity runs, those are just like it's like that's when it's like easy. That's when like people say trading is like hard, but it's like it's not really. It's like it's the easiest thing in the world, where you just have to wait for where it's like you have to wait to where it's easy. Because yes, there are hard times, but if you can wait and be patient and not, if you can control yourself and wait for the perfect moments to where it's easy, then you'll be chilling. But yeah, I took that win. So I was in more profits. And then I traded the PM session again. I traded a lot this day. Maybe I should set some rules or something. But I said this trade was not easy and took a lot of time and mental capital. While finishing profitable, would not want every trade to feel like this. So this is just me being honest. You know, like a lot of people would not like talk like this. Like they would just think of like the money aspect and like, oh, I made money, so it doesn't matter. But like it does matter, because this trade was like so like draining. Like it just displacement higher, deep retracement, displacement higher, deep retracement, and then it just like took forever. Okay, so there, let me give you a good example. Look at this trade, and then compare it to the one I took earlier. Compare it to this. Like look at this. Look how fast the price ran to my target on this one compared to this one. This is where trading is hard, yes. So, looking back, I do not feel proud of this trade at all. I also took a loss. I took a loss before the win because I did not factor in the macro time, so I got caught in the consolidation instead of being patient. But what else? What was I just saying? I forgot what I was saying. But you want trading to be easy. You don't want to make it hard for yourself. So yeah. You can just see the difference between the trade I took in the AM session compared to this one, and how like crappy it is. But ultimately, the drawn liquidity was tagged and my objectives were met, but it just took a while. So, yes, I made money. Do I want every trade to feel like how I felt in that trade? No, I don't, because I'm telling you right now, that trade was just very mentally draining. It's just like, I don't know how I feel about this trade, and I don't know if you guys experienced that, but yeah, it's just not a good feeling. So, what day is Thursday? AM session outlook. Let's see, this chair. Thursday. This was my outlook Thursday. So we had some news right here. Manipulation leg I had. So I was bearish. We got this 60-minute hourly Cibi, and the body's respecting the midpoint or the consequent encroachment, so I was very bearish. We also had the daily volume imbalance and the 4-hour order block, which we reacted off of. So I used the standard deviations on the manipulation leg, found my target, my -2 target, which was a 15-minute BISI. So that's what I was looking for the AM session. Yeah, the screenshot was taken at 9:41. So, and keep in mind that I tend not to trade prior to 10 a.m. because my model is a silver bullet, so I wait until around that time. But 4-hour chart, you can see the order block. Yeah. And then boom. Objective hit prior to 10 a.m. So I don't know if you guys have experienced this feeling. It's very weird when you do your framework, you do your analysis, and then price hits your objective or your target, but you weren't able to be a part of the move, and it's like this weird feeling of like wow, like I really like was not able to capitalize off this opportunity, and it kind of just feels like, I don't know if it's just me, but I'm saying this is what it feels for me. It's like it's kind of like anger, like, oh, like I should have made money. That's how it kind of feels. So, and that is not the right mindset to have, because that will cause you to be emotional and force things that are not there because you feel, or I feel like I should have been in profit, or I should have made money. Therefore, I need to go in there right now and take what's mine. But in reality, that's especially after like your if you know how to read price and you have a reasonable target, then after that target is met, then you can expect like some kind of like consolidation or not. That's just like after a target is met, you don't really want to be trading after that. So yeah, my objective was hit prior to 10 a.m. or where I begin to trade. So that's where I lost my account, and I lost a account, and I explained what went wrong. Today I marked out what I wanted to see in price, and what I wanted to see ended up taking place prior to 10 a.m. After 10 a.m., I got chopped up, forcing things that weren't there, and ended up losing one of my accounts trying to fix drawdown immediately. So, yeah, I ended up losing one of my accounts that I had for about a week. It was like 1 day away from passing, but all it takes is 1 day to ruin a week's worth of progress. So that's what happens when you lack self-control. Yep. Yeah, I ended up losing one of my accounts this day, and it was not the best feeling at all because I worked very hard on that account, and I really wanted to pass it. But yeah, like, I mean, it happens to everyone. Like, so that was my Thursday. Not go as planned, but it happens. So let's go on to Friday. Friday, we have, okay, this is before traded, what the markets look like right now. I took a screenshot. I had a bullish bias, but we had, look at these market conditions. We have ES failing to make, or right now at the moment, ES did not make the lower low, while NASDAQ in the top right is already way down here, and Dow made the lower low but is printing a up close green candle, while ES and NAS are falling down. So it's like, what is even going on? 4 hour ES. So we have this 4 hour fair value gap BISI that I wanted to see reach up and take out these highs, the buy side. So that's what I was looking for. That's why I was bullish. Hourly ES, same thing. Hourly fair value gap as well. 15-minute. So that 15-minute fair value gap was what was highlighted on the 4 hour and the 1 hour. So that's what I was mainly looking at. So then we also had the one setup for life. So we took out the previous day's PM session low, hit the fair value gap. So I was looking for a push up higher. This is just all my framework for what I wanted to see. And then we have this. So the NASDAQ ended up spilling over really fast. This was taken at 9:55, so NASDAQ just dumped off. And then had a little update. Prices moved about 150 handles during the opening range, so I have low expectations for the first half hour of the 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. hour. So keep that in mind. Keep in mind what I said. I have low expectations for the first half hour of the 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. hour, Silver Bullet hours. So I literally said it out loud. I have low expectations. I don't expect anything to happen for the first half hour. So that's what I said. This is what it looks like. ES still has a previous day low intact. NASDAQ took it out. So yeah, let's see what happens next. What do you know? Losses and a win. Ended up getting chopped up because I was impatient and thought I saw something, even though I know when we have a large opening range, wait until 10:30 at least. So I literally knew, you saw me say it, that I have low expectations, but I just became impatient and messed it up. That's on me. After going in some drawdown, I was able to get out of it with the last trade. Not proud of this trade as it was outside of my model. So as you can see, I have all the execution labels marked out. I went short on this fair value gap, got stopped out, and then I don't even know. I think I was just going back and forth, bro, to be honest. You know, that's just when you're emotional and I get lost in price, and usually happens in bad market conditions where I would just go back and forth, and that's where I would usually blow my account. But luckily, I was able to stop myself after some time. After going in some drawdown, I stopped myself and then went short on this fair value gap right here. Was in profits. And then pyramided. I don't know. I should not have pyramided. I pyramided way too much unnecessarily. And then it retraced back up. And then wait, what happened? I went short. Did I get stopped out right here? I break even? Oh, I went short. I pyramided one last time and then got stopped out. I'm assuming I break even. So yeah. And then I waited because I was like, okay, like I should have waited from the beginning. So I'm just gonna wait now until the macro afterwards. So then we have we break this high, we displace upward to the upside, and then we have this breaker, or at least I think it's a breaker. Correct me if I'm wrong, but we have this breaker, and then we have multiple BISIs that we can enter off of. So we have this one, we have this breaker entry with the fair value gap right here. I did not enter there. I could, because I was too married to my bearish bias. I wanted to see lower prices, so I was just holding on to that, which you don't want to do. Instead of marrying a bias and being stubborn, you should just read the candlesticks and listen to what they're telling you. Again, I'm talking to myself, but if any of you feel like you can relate to this, then you can, learn from it. But yeah, we have this breaker. I could have had an entry before 11 a.m. ended, or before the silver bullet hour ended, but I decided not to because I didn't feel confident, because again, I was bearish and I wanted to see lower prices. So I waited, and then we tap into it again, and then we have this this SIBI, and then we get above it. So then I was like, okay, if we use this as an inversion for value gap, I'll get in. That's when I got in, went long, and then got out up here around, I don't know if I did a standard deviation projection, but I just got it out around these SIBIs up here, like the very last ones. Or I think I was using ES as a ES buy side target or something. But yeah, not a good start to the day, I must say. So after that, what's this? Oh, that's the same thing. After that, I ended up deviating from my rules and model again. I traded outside of the silver bullet, and I took a loss because it was outside my model, so I shouldn't even have taken it in the first place. And two, I had poor stop loss management because I felt like I was right and I needed to be right. So let's dive into this trade. Here we have ES. We have the previous day's PM session high, which we are really in close proximity to. So, and we're approaching the lunch hour macro, so the 11:50 to 12:10. And we had this BISI, and I wanted to see price take out that buy side, but that just did not happen. We got one tick away from it, and then we happened to drop down. And instead of me moving my stop loss to at least this low right here, or even break even after being one tick away from my TP, I was like, no, I don't want to get stopped out at break even and it runs to my profit. So that's when I became, I just had the wrong mindset, and instead of managing my money, I was managing being right, which ended up hurting me. So lesson learned here is you don't always have to be right to be profitable. I think that's the main takeaway. And then after that, I took 2 more trades. Okay, stop. PM session win. This was a very easy setup. Time played a big part. So this was approaching the 2 to 3 p.m. 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. silver bullet hour. So we have this this BISI around let me say 145. So that's what I entered on, around 150. And while yes, it is before 2 o'clock, we had this 5-minute inversion for value gap along with this 1 minute down close candle, so I did not think price would go below there. So yes, well, I got impatient and entered early. It did end up playing out, but honestly, I can't say like yeah, like, oh yeah, look at this trade. I can't say that, because it's like this could have easily gone against me and then went up to my targets at 2 p.m. So going into the future, I definitely want to be more patient. Even though this did play out, I just would like, for me, I would like to be more patient and just wait until the silver bullet hour starts. But yeah, I took this long, and then I took another screenshot like just now, because I wanted to see like maybe there's another silver bullet, because that wasn't really the silver bullet. So after buy side was taken, we had the minor sell side, and then yeah, that low below my face, that was the sell side. So as you can see, after buy side's taken, we have many bearish silver bullet entry opportunities that I did not look at, because after I got my win, I just I walked away from the charts and went to go make food or something. But yeah, this just shows that like even if you miss like one opportunity, even if I didn't take this long right here, I could have still easily caught another move. So I would rather have taken this short over this long, because it's within my working hours. So yeah, that's it for that. There's always going to be more opportunities. Just because you miss one move doesn't mean that there's not going to be any more, bro. The markets will always be here. So don't get upset because you missed a move. This was, and I took one more trade, PM closing macro. This was also outside of my model because it wasn't inside the silver bullet hours, so I should not have taken it. But it did end up playing out somewhat, but okay, let me just explain the trade first. So I was bearish, aiming for, this was my final objective, the 17,690, and then 17,717 was also an objective, but price ended up only taking out the 17,717, And but before it got to my objective, I happened to get auto liquidated by the firm that I'm trading with, and they auto liquidate you, meaning they take you out of any positions you have open. So I got kicked out of my position right there. I didn't get to reach my full target, but yeah, that's the trade. But that's just not like I said earlier, bro. It's just not like something I can boast about because it's not my model. So it's I can't really like say anything about it. Yeah, I really need to like decrease my time from the charts and focus on my model, because I feel like although I did have a profitable week, I did overtrade. They weren't like revenge trades or like anything like that. It was just like me just looking for more opportunities than necessary, because there's always going to be opportunities, but I just need to stick to what I do and keep it at that. I'm gonna get some water real quick, and then I'll come back on the part 2 of this video. All right, so these are some of the main takeaways I got from this week of trading. First one, most, if not all, of my losses came from not listening to myself and deviating from the silver bullet timing. So not listening to myself, like how the trades were. I was like, I have low expectations, so I should wait. Didn't listen to myself, got impatient, took losses. Or my objective. Wait, I had two, right? This was the first one. Yeah. Okay, I remember. So yeah, the first one, my objective being met before 10 a.m., I should have waited. And then the second one was, what the, bro, I just forgot again. Oh, yeah, I remember. Okay, so the first one was, dude, my brain is just turned off, bro. It's probably this water, bro. It's probably poison. The first one was my objective getting hit before 10 a.m. So I had low expectations, did not listen, got impatient. And then the second one was not waiting until 10 a.m. to take a trade. So I prematurely entered, got stopped out, and then had to recover that drawdown. So that's me not listening to myself and deviating from the silver bullet timing, trading outside of the 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. hour or the 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. hour. When I traded outside of those hours, I tended to take that's where majority of my losing trades came from this week. I think my trades within the silver bullet hours, I had like a 90. Let me go look. Yeah, I'm not gonna look, but I had a very high accuracy rate. The only time I ruined that accuracy rate was when my objective was hit before 10 a.m. and then I got mad and then was forcing stuff that wasn't there. But besides that, I know I could perform very well in price. So going on to the next point, I know that I know how to read price efficiently, but my impulses and lack of self-control affect my win rate. So basically what I just said, my impulses, like forcing stuff that's not there or just prematurely entering, and then after I make a mistake and going into drawdown, I feel like I have to get it back right away. So that's my lack of self-control. I'm still working on that. Like the after I mess up or do something wrong, the feeling of like having to fix it right now and adjust, because bro, after you mess up, like after you do something you knew you shouldn't have done, it's like, damn, bro, like I need to fix this right now because I shouldn't even have done it in the first. It's the regret. The regret you have for messing up, and it feels like you just have to fix it right away. So that's the self-control aspect that I still work on. And yeah, last takeaway from this week was macros are the most important thing in price delivery. And macros are when price will tend to spool or have a run for liquidity or inefficiency. So that's just what that's what I noticed, and ICT talks about it. But yeah, I think macros are very, 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 very important in terms of timing the market and when it will likely do something. So yeah, macros are very, very. Oh, okay. If you don't know what a macro is, it's basically like the last 10 minutes of an hour paired with the first 10 minutes of the next hour. So like, say like the we'll just use like the 9:50 to 10:10 macro. Like that's the AM session macro. So that's one macro where price will start a run on liquidity. Or if it hasn't already finished one, then it'll start one within that 20-minute window. Likely, not always, but very likely. So yeah, that's basically those are basically my main takeaways from the week and what I learned from how my trading went. So, and then I'll just do do these updates on these videos too, like my prop account statuses or like where I am. So I have a trade day prop firm evaluation after I lost my other one. That was the one I was talking about earlier. I lost it after being so close to passing it. I lost it, and then I got a new one. So this is my new one. I'm 1% in profit, and I have a 5% profit target. So 1/5 of the way there. And you need 10 trading days minimum. So I'm 2 out of 10 there. So that's that account. And then my funded futures is I have one account, my starter account, that is up 7K. So I'm not going to trade that anymore. I'm going to wait for my payout day. But the only thing is I can only withdraw 2K maximum from that. So I'm going to withdraw 2K and then wait another 2 weeks, because that's what you have to do. You have to wait 2 weeks before you can take payouts. So after I withdraw my first 2K, I'm going to wait another 2 weeks, and then hopefully they let me withdraw another 2K. They should, because it's my money. But besides that, that's what I'm doing with that account. And then on top of that, I have a brand new expert account that I passed, I think, yesterday. So it's brand new, never traded before. It's a past eval, so it's sim funded. I was gonna say something else, but I forgot what I was gonna say. But yeah, that's pretty much it right now. Just those two. So yeah, it's the end of this. I think it's the end of the video. I have nothing else to say. But yeah, hopefully you guys learned something from this video. I think there's a lot to be learned. A lot of sauce dropped. Yeah, I guess I'll just do these like every weekend. I'll just go over my week. Yeah, I think that's it. But yeah, if you guys learned anything from this, let me know in the comments, or if there's anything else you want me to go over, I can do it. Just let me know. If you liked this video, if you learned something from it, you can leave a like. That'll just let me know like if I'm doing a good job or not. But yeah, I'll do another one of these next week. That'll probably be my next video, unless I record some trades from this upcoming week, but I'm not sure. So yeah, that's it. See you guys next week, I guess. It's a long video, 40 minutes. Alright, I'm ending it here. See you guys later.